Hello, Yifei. Let's have a look at your script here on citizen journalism. So you've talked about okay, this paragraph. We talk about this paragraph, shall we? Citizen journalism is generally a positive development because the information can be published with the shortest time. I say shortest time lag. If we write it as in the shortest time possible. The people have functions upload videos are open to anyone to use. Very good. Okay, anyone, including witnesses. You should try to have the word witnesses, including witnesses of major events, witnesses of major happenings or major events. This allows citizen journalism to report. Okay, this allows citizen journalists to report and post the things that they want to share. No. It's not whether they want to share or not. It's about what's happening. To report and post any current happenings that they witness. Okay, compared to traditional media companies journalism, we should compare to professional journalists. The number of citizen journalists is also much larger, as anyone who has a phone and with internet connection can be a citizen journalist to report and record. I think to report and record. To record and report better. Okay. When an event is happening, okay, when an event breaks out, citizen journalists have the natural advantage. Okay, good. Yeah, they can capture first-hand information and disseminate it almost immediately. Wait, wonderful. You don't have any example here? I think. Okay. Since I've rewritten it for you, professional journalists are rarely situated where major unexpected events are happening and have to rely on interviewing witnesses much later on to obtain the news. Okay, unlike citizen journalism. So it's very good that you're comparing professional and citizen journalists. But where's the example? Okay, try to give me an example. Remember the person who reported the raid of Osama bin Laden in Abbottabad, Pakistan. He's a citizen journalist. He live tweeted about the raid. Right, moving on. Citizen journalism may be harmful if it is used. Okay, we don't use if, we use when it is used to spread untrustworthy information. Good. Okay. It's because anyone can contribute if flooded with information. I think the real problem here is citizen journalists are not held to the same level of accountability as professional journalists. Yeah, they are not held to the same level of accountability. What is accountability? If they do wrong, nothing will happen to them. Whereas if you are a professional journalist, you do wrong, you may lose your job. You may be scolded. You may receive some backlash from the public if you happen to spread any kind of misinformation or misleading information. So that is the real difference between the two groups. Okay, this can hinder people's ability. They still think rationally, just that they cannot make informed judgment because there's so much fake news, so much false information, misinformation around. So it hinders their ability, their capacity to make informed judgment. Yeah. Okay, you talk about POFMA over here. Yeah. Your argument should be that the problem of false information has become so severe that in 2019, Singapore government has passed the law, this act, in order to fight fake news. So you want to talk about how severe it is. Because you talk about how successful it is, then how is it a bad thing? This feels more like a rebuttal, right? So yes, the law is there. It is supposed to combat fake news, but if you are saying it is fake news is citizen journalism is harmful, then you tell me how fake news is so bad that we need a law. If you're talking about how citizen journalism is not harmful, then you discuss how the law has been very successful in tackling fake news. Yeah. Okay, it allows the false information to be removed. Okay, actually, you don't need it allows. Just we don't really use allow much in GP. Just say false information can be removed from social media you save words and you reduce use of vague verbs like this. allows, makes, let, have. Those are all vague verbs that we try not to use. If the influence is bad, okay, this is language-wise, go fix on this. If the material is deemed inappropriate or in violation of regulations, they can be taken down. Okay. Now this one, this is okay. This is wrong. I'm just rewriting this for you to see, right? How to write this thing. It holds citizens accountable. But like I mentioned earlier, you should be focusing on how citizen journalism is bad. Okay, hold them responsible is not a bad thing. It's actually quite positive. So if it is negative, stick to negative throughout. Okay, Yifei, that's all for your essay on citizen journalism. Oh, there's another one right here on attempts to regulate new media. Okay, let's have a look at this. Can attempts to regulate new media be truly effective? Let's look at this again. Can be effective as the power to implement rules. Okay, good. I think a better way to answer this is to say regulations are catching up with changes in the new media landscape. So you talk about how governments have figured out ways to regulate the new media and regulatory framework that works. So what happened is, just to give you a background, before this, POFMA, people didn't really know how to fight fake news, how to fight misinformation or information that is that how should I put it? Remember this phrase that undermines the government's legitimacy. So that means you can publish something that, if you publish something that makes the government look stupid, they can always come after you and say, okay, you gotta remove it, or they put it in jail. So in the past, the governments didn't really know how to tackle this when it comes to online media. But nowadays, more and more countries have figured a way to do so, perhaps by POFMA. Yeah. Okay, you don't slow Discord, you sow Discord, SOW. And however, what is this? Such regulations. So what's your here, angle? What's the angle of your argument here, your rebuttal? Your rebuttal should be that, however, while these things work in theory, in real life, in reality, they are not always very effective. Yeah. So you can say, however, such regulations are not truly effective because while they do work in in theory, they don't always work in real life, as users find creative ways to get past the censorship. Okay, get past the censorship. You can also use the word circumvent the censorship. Get past or circumvent. Just another better word. Circumvent the censorship. Okay, so you talk about people using cryptic language to undermine the Chinese government. Alright, that's good. Yeah. So for them to truly, you need the word truly. It's not truly effective. Write the word not truly. Regulations to attempts to regulate regulate new media cannot be truly effective. And the next paragraph, they say it is not truly effective because it only works within the borders. Very good. Yeah. So you can say it is impossible to enforce the same regulations beyond the country's borders. Or in other words, you can say while it is easy for information to flow across borders, it is difficult for law enforcement to cross the same borders. Yeah, you can always go back and listen again what I just said. And the rest of it is fantastic. So this is just another way for you to rewrite this. Yeah, people living outside the jurisdiction can publish information that will be deemed illegal in the state country. So jurisdiction means like the legal boundary of your country. Okay, if you live in Singapore, you are under Singapore jurisdiction. But you're outside Singapore, then you're no longer under Singapore jurisdiction. You can publish things that are deemed illegal in Singapore and still not suffer any consequences. And there you go. That's my feedback for you on these media questions. If you have any questions, just reach out to me and ask me. Anyway, all the best for your revision, Yifei. Bye.